Slamdown is sponsored by Body Slam and Jam and WWE Smack Talk. Welcome to another live episode of Slamdown live stream. We're going to be covering everything Smackdown. Now, normally I was meant to be on air yesterday, but due to the personal reasons, I wasn't able to get on. So we're going to be doing it today. I know it's a day later, but next week everything resumes back to normal. There was something else I was going to say, something important, but I can't remember. Oh, yeah. This is a bit of Slamdown news. On Monday, on the Impact Wrestling Review, we'll be having a co-host with me, who's also the leader, the admin of Impact Fan Nation. He'll be giving his view on the latest show and talking about TNA in general and its news and all the changes and everything else like that. That will all be happening on Monday, and for some reason my brain is just not getting in gear today. Yeah, one thing I do want to talk about quickly is about the Hardys. Everybody was quick to assume that because the Hardys were signed, that's it, they're not in WWE, everything else, it's over. For them to appear at Ring of Honor, they have to be signed. That's granted. But we don't know the get-out clause. We don't know the length of contracts. They could still be talking to the WWE right now while they're in Ring of Honor. Because think about it. Next pay-per-view, they could drop the titles to the Young Bucks. They show up at WrestleMania. People... I'm not going to say people. I'm not going to say wrestling fans because that's insulting you, the fans. But there is a part of you that, as soon as you see something, you will just jump on it. Oh no, the Hardys are signed to Ring of Honor. What about WWE? Oh no. Hang on, you don't know the logistics, the details, nothing like that. So why the hell are you panicking about them not being in WWE? Just calm your ass. Don't jump on something so quickly. Think about it. Don't be so fickle. You know, I'm not here to insult you, but, you know, come on. You don't know what's in their contract, what's in their details. You know, for all we know, they could be paid for appearances with Ring of Honor. So don't be so quick to judge. Smackdown was, I want to say, good. It's better than Raw. There isn't much that, well, there's a lot of stuff that's better than Raw at the minute. Let's be honest here. Raw is so poor. But it was a good show. all the matches were in the right placement, good booking again, good storytelling, good angles, doing absolutely everything spot on. Now, I'm still trying to work out why that SmackDown is so much better than Raw, because WWE has won. So surely they should be seeing, right, okay, SmackDown are doing this, and this. It's getting better reviews, better thing. Let's do this to Raw. I know they brought Samoa Joe into Raw to try and help it, but I don't think any talent could help Raw, to be honest. I think the problem with Raw, it's the way it's booked, it's the story, the way the stories are portrayed. It's a mix of everything. One thing I will note, Daniel Bryan has got 18 months left on his contract. Now, he could possibly, after his contract, go to another wrestling company. You know, because this is going back to one of the old stories where his doctors have cleared him, but it's the WWE that hasn't cleared him. Now, he could make two choices. He could say, do you know what? I agree with him. I'm going to stay as an on-air GM for SmackDown. Or he could leave, go back to Ring of Honor. He could even go to Impact Wrestling. He could go anywhere he wants. You know, it's Daniel Bryan. He could go anywhere. You know, he's got the popularity, the reputation. He could go anywhere he wants. Because it's just a couple of things he says now and again that makes me think he will leave. But he is brilliant on the mic, and he's one of the best bits about SmackDown. But we saw Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon in the ring kicking off SmackDown, saying the Viper will take on the face that runs the place in the main event, and the winner will be going to the Royal Rumble to face Daniel Bryan. I can see what way they're doing this. It's, you know, they are trying to build up the rivalry or the angle with AJ Styles and Shane McMahon. You know, it's, if AJ Styles is not going for the main title, then you need to have him going for something important. You need to have an important match for it to stand out at WrestleMania. You know, AJ Styles is probably one of the best in the world. You know, the matches I would like to see him in, I don't think we'll ever see. I don't think we'll see AJ Styles taking on Daniel Bryan. I don't think we're going to see AJ Styles taking CM Punk. We could see AJ Styles take on Samoa Joe, depending what happens with the draft. You know, we could see AJ getting moved to Raw. It's, the thing is, we could predict so much or say this or that could happen, but, you know, it is a waiting game. After that, we had John Cena and Nikki Bella taking on James Ellsworth and Carmella. As the start of the match, The Miz and Maurice came down, sat at ringside. You knew James Ellsworth and Camilla were going to get beat. It's so predictable. We did see little bits of Nikki Bella and John Cena both doing the 5-knuckle shuffle. They got the victory. Then The Miz and Maurice came in, taking out Cena and taking out Nikki Bella. I'm not going to say what he said in his promo because I don't want to ruin it for people, but it cut a solid, good promo. Like he always does. The Miz is vastly talented when it comes to on the mic. His ability's good, but not the best in the world, but good. But his mic ability is really standing out. I'd be happy to see Miz hold a world title, the WWE title, because he's been that good at the moment, in my opinion. We also saw Dean Ambrose calling out Baron Corbin for the second straight week. Baron Corbin says he comes out when he wants to. Dean Ambrose was meant to have a match with Kurt Hawkins. Quickly hits Kurt Hawkins with the Dirty Deeds. Goes backstage shouting for Corbin. The backstage bit I quite like because Corbin was holding a security guard and hiding from Dean Ambrose. So the security guard on Dean Ambrose and then started attacking him with a pole. And then we saw him put a forklift on top of Dean Ambrose and pinning him down. Remind me a bit of the Attitude Era, a bit of the old days. I like that. I liked that. It gave me the feeling of that. All round, perfect. I haven't reviewed them. I knew there's one thing. I didn't start the matches. The John Cena, Nikki Bella, James Ellsworth and Carmella match. 2.5 stars out of 5. But yeah, going back to this point, that was done really well by Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose. But what I think is going to happen, I think it's going to be Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title. I think that's where they're going with it. If we want it that way or not, that's what's happening. It's a bit too predictable there. After that, we saw Alexa Bliss in hosting the Blisseration. We saw Mickie James, Becky Lynch and Natalya all in the ring saying they deserve the title shots. Then it was announced by Daniel Bryan that any woman can challenge. So basically at WrestleMania, it'll be Bliss in the ring and any female from Smackdown can come down and be in the match. I know they're trying to do something a bit different there. Don't know if it's going to work or not, but it's going to be... I reckon everybody might be in the match, except for Nikki Bella, or we might even see some surprises in that match. After that, a tag team match was made with Alexa Bliss and Mickie James taking on Becky Lynch and Natalya. We saw Natalya turn on Becky Lynch, and meaning Alexa Bliss and Mickie James gets the win. And then Mickie James hits Alexa Bliss. Oh my God, I'm not with it today. Alexa Bliss with the mitt kick. 2.5 stars. No, 3 stars. It was quite a good match. Main event: Randy Orton against AJ Styles, number 1 contender to take on the for the WWE title. Now, this match was absolutely amazing. That's the only words I can say to it is absolutely amazing. The spots was amazing, where AJ was on the rope to hit the phenomenal forearm, jumped up, and you saw Randy Orton go for an RKO, but AJ Styles didn't actually jump over those, he just jumped up, and you saw Randy fall down. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant playing. I like the little mind games with that. I thought it was amazing. Overall, I'm going to give it 4 out of 5. I've really got to give it that good rating because I was really, really impressed with the performance by both superstars, and it was brilliant. But so we're going to see Randy Orton taking on Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania, but AJ Styles wasn't happy. Went backstage, got into a heated argument with Shane McMahon. WWE officials had to separate the two, and they both were irritated by the end of the confrontation. So, going to my point, the way that's going, I believe it's going to be Shane McMahon taking on AJ Styles at WrestleMania. I think that's the way it's heading. I'm happy that the main event hasn't got a part-timer in it. I know Raw's has, but SmackDown are headlining WrestleMania, so we're not going to see Goldberg at Brock as the main event. Yes. It's actually going to be Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, which will make it better. But I think that's everything for this review on everything SmackDown. On Monday, like I just said earlier, it's going to be the Impact Wrestling Review. Going to be a good show. We're going to be talking about the whole rebranding of Impact Wrestling, all the changes and everything else. For people who want to know, Impact is on tonight. I don't know time zones. I know in the UK you have to watch via TNA app, and that'll be on at 1 a.m. I do not know what the time schedule is in America, but if you want to find it, it's on Pop TV. But that's it. So thanks to everybody for watching. I've been your host, Ashley Friend, and I will see you again Monday with Impact Wrestling Review.